People 3. Oh, that was Tracy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know
He
who
asked.
was playing.
He asked if he could.
Heck yeah, you can. Go to town. Whoa.
Oh, no signal again. You're having this
Uh-oh.
problem,
Is
huh?
she messing with it? It
Yeah,
was
she
her.
is.
It was.
Church is leaning to the stage right. Let's see how many of you remember the words to this. We gather here. Please stand and try to join us in singing. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We gather here to come together to raise our voices in harmony. We gather here to pray together to create the world we know is meant to be. We gather here. We gather here. We gather here. We gather here to create the world we know is meant to be. We gather here to come together to celebrate the love and joy of unity. We gather here for deep connection with fellow travelers who lay infinity. We gather here to count our blessings, to celebrate the love and joy of unity. We gather here. We gather here. We gather here. We gather here to create the world we know is meant to be. We gather here to come together to celebrate the love and joy of unity. To celebrate the love and joy of unity. Good job, everyone.
Okay, please be seated. And all right, we're gathered. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody who's watching on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome everybody who's in the room. For those of you on Facebook, we don't have any in-room screens. I don't know if that matters to you, but you'll see the announcements and the things that the congregation won't see. So don't gloat, and we'll move along. Okay, so who is on Facebook? So Barb and Marie and Jessica, hello, sending warm thoughts from Colorado. Thank you, Jessica. Do you have warmth over there? I don't know that you do. And who else? Connie, good morning, Connie, and hey to Charlie, to Angela, to Andorra, to Diane, to Sonia. Hey, Sonia. Sonia's in New Jersey. You're a little cold up there, I know. And to Ellen, good morning, over on the west coast of Florida. You have snow over there yet?
They got snow and
All right. Well, welcome all, and welcome to all who are on YouTube. Generally, let's see. I saw. Hey, so Phil's still in Ireland? All righty then. So if you're, I doubt you're on, Phil, but hi, and hi to Anna and Lana and Tony and Irma, and of course, once again, everybody else who is in the room. I hardly ever remember to say this, but silence your cell phones if you'd like. We ask that you do that. And as usual, as always, we have with us a Joyful Noise Band and Choir. And today, our special music features Doreen Pariba and Tracy Walters. We're going to duet today. And welcome to first-timers in the room. If you are a first-timer present in the sanctuary and you feel comfortable, I invite you to raise your hands so that John can see you. And anybody, and Linda, there's Linda. Anybody here today for the first time? All right, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here, everybody who's here for more than the first time. If you're online for the first time and you would like to receive a welcome packet, you can email us at, I think the slide on your screen, at admin@unityofstewart.org, and we'd be happy to send you, not sell you, send you a welcome packet. It's silly, it really is. Most importantly, we'd like you to know that Unity of Stewart is a practical, positive path of spirituality. Everyone is welcome here. Everyone is honored here, and thank you for your presence this morning. Let's see. That's not working on that either. We have our board who is always here on Sundays. Well, most of them, a lot of them are always here on Sundays. I don't know who the boardie of the day is because I didn't look at the list. Our boardie of the day is Tom Taylor, and he will be around with his badge on. And if you have any questions that you'd like to ask Tom, please feel free to do that. And we also have a prayer chaplain on duty today, and that today is Robert Griggs. And you will know him by not just his height, but by his white stole. If you have anything that you'd like prayer support with, a joy, a challenge, anything at all, you can see Robert after the service, and he'd be honored to pray with you, and he will hold your prayer in the highest confidence. You can also place a prayer intention in our prayer box in the foyer, and our chaplains will pray over that here. You could also email us at prayer@unityofstewart.org or call Silent Unity at 816-969-2000. And if you happen to receive the Daily Word, that number is on the back of the Daily Word or in the Daily Word as well. Moving on. If you like to sing, it's time to join the Joyful Noise Choir. The Joyful Noise Choir meets on Tuesday nights. The band actually meets early, and the choir comes at 6 o'clock, and they practice until around 7 o'clock, and they practice the song for this week and then 2 weeks out. So come if you'd like to raise your voice in song. You can see, she's not there. Oh, okay. So here's the thing about Doreen. Hopefully she'll be back for special music. She is the PR person for the South Florida State Fair. So sometimes she'll get like an emergency call, and apparently that's what happened this morning. So I'm hopeful she'll be back for the special music. If not, I don't know. We'll figure something out. All right. Let's see. What else? Unity Basics, the new member class is this afternoon from noon to 2. I think we're going to do it in here because the heat is not working in the other side of the building or in our offices. So we'll meet in here where it's much warmer than in the kitchen and in the classrooms. So if you didn't sign up, you can still attend. Oh, there you are. I was letting everybody know that you're the PR for the South Florida Fair and you might have an emergency. No emergency? Yeah, of course you did. All right, and now I'd like to invite up to the podium Lori Michaud, who always decries public speaking, but is so good at it. And she's going to tell you about the Spring Radiance Gala.
No pressure or anything.
No pressure.
So we're having a gala again this year. You know, we've had 3 the previous years, and it is the largest fundraiser of the year for Unity of Stewart, and it is an opportunity to come out and enjoy yourself and to shine your light. The theme of the gala this year is the Spring Radiance Gala, because we all have that light inside of us. As usual, the proceeds from the gala will be split in 3 different ways: part for general fund, part for a raise for Reverend Jude, and part to shine the light around this place and to update and beautify our beautiful facilities here. We're a little stuck in the 90s, and it's time to come around, so we have some wonderful things we'll be revealing that we would like to do with the proceeds. So we're starting ticket sales today. And if you buy your tickets in the month of February, you get $10 off. So it is $65 a person instead of $75. And after March 1st, it does go up to $75, and we're really going to do that. So anyway, I would also like to introduce, this year I have a co-chair, and I'm so excited because I have someone who's sharing in the fun of designing the gala and in the work. This is Julia Avidable, and she's my partner this year. So buy your tickets today. $65 and available for sale all month.
Yeah,
all
for
right.
Sure. All right. Thanks, Lori. Yay. Good job. Thank you. So I am sad because I cannot show you a picture of John Lewis. This is Black History Month, and during this month I'm going to highlight some of the history of Black leadership in our country, and we're starting, and actually the theme for this year is a century of Black history commemorations, and this centennial honors a century of resilience, achievement, and cultural contribution, while also acknowledging the long struggle for inclusion in the historical record. So I wanted to talk about John Lewis today. John Lewis believed that love requires action and that justice depends on courage. He showed us that change happens when ordinary people refuse silence and live their values out loud. His life in politics and in our government reminds us that conscience, consistently practiced, can bend the arc of history. So please join me in dedicating our service today to courageous love and acting with integrity for the good of all. Today and every day, I act with loving kindness. Deciding at the start of the day to be loving, considerate, and compassionate colors all my interactions and activities. It's making a commitment to myself that no matter how the day unfolds, no matter what happens, and no matter what other people may do, I will remain steadfast. I begin with spirit. And after a time of prayer and meditation, I envision divine love opening my heart and kindness inspiring my words. The sacred connection I feel in prayer elevates me above the cares and concerns of daily life, making it easier for me to be serene and unperturbed by any irritations I encounter. I carry the gifts of spiritual living with me always, acting with loving kindness. So I invite us into that deep breath. And settling in to this holy space. Where we join together to do this sacred work, to open our minds and hearts in the sacred awakened awareness of loving kindness and compassion. And so it is. Amen. And our affirmation today is easy. It's today and every day I act with loving kindness. Together? Today and every day I act with loving kindness. And let's take that deep breath as we anchor this affirmation. As we affirm one more time. Today and every day I act with loving kindness. And so it is. Amen. Let's prepare for meditation by singing a good song, the New Lord's. Be still, be still.
1, 2, 3.
Be still, be quiet. It's the only way. You will hear the voice of God. It's the only way. Be at peace of one another. There is no other way. You will feel the presence of the one. It's the only way. It's the only
And once again, a deep breath, if you please. Dropping our shoulders. Releasing any tension the body may be holding. Setting the intention to be here now. And with each subsequent breath, we let go. We let go of any judgments, any concerns, any self-doubt, of any circumstance that seems too great. We breathe and release. Knowing that Holy Spirit moves in and through us, calming us, infusing us with peace, comfort, and divine love. We continue to open our hearts and minds and arrive fully present in this now moment. And I invite you to allow the words you hear to become the words of your own mind and heart this morning. As I arrive fully in this moment, I become aware of my inner world, my thoughts, my feelings, and the quiet words I speak to myself throughout the day. I simply observe with kindness and curiosity. I remember that my words matter. Not only the words I speak out loud, but the ones I speak silently within. I recognize that my words are creative and they shape how I experience myself and the world. With this awareness, I choose to pay attention. I let go of inherited voices, limiting beliefs, and habits of self-criticism. I bless what once may have protected me, and I release it with gratitude. I am aligned with the truth of my being. I speak to myself with compassion and integrity. I choose words that reflect my worth, my wholeness, and my capacity to grow. When unkind thoughts arise, I gently redirect them toward love. I remember that Spirit lives within me, guiding, creating, and expressing as me. And as I know this truth, I am aligned with the divine presence, and I feel a sense of calm and clarity. And my mind becomes fertile ground for wisdom, peace, and possibility. I know that every word spoken in love blesses me first and then ripples outward into the world. I rest here for a moment, grounded, present, and at peace. Grounded, present, and at peace in the quiet. And as we have created this sacred space of love, of peace, of compassion, of wisdom, I invite us to bring into our awareness all of those that are on our prayer list here at Unity of Stewart, and all of those that are in our minds and hearts this morning, any situation, any person, any experience, and lift it and them up into love, into peace, into compassion. And if you'd like to speak names out into this space, I invite you to do that now. And turning all over into the care and keeping of the divine, I invite you to join me in praying this in the name and nature of the indwelling Christ presence. And so it is. Amen. Let's sing. You'll know most of it, I think.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Our Mother who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Forgive us our trespasses. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Oh Lord, lead us not in temptation, and save us from error and the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever will be yours. Our Mother who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
I feel naked up here without an instrument. Although I have 5 layers of clothes on, so. Yeah, we're going to do a song. What's the name of this song, actually? I'm going to walk it with you.
I'm going to walk it with you.
Do we want to dedicate it to anyone?
Well, I would like to acknowledge the late Chuck Chase. He and I used to do this song.
Yeah.
And so we're reprising it with you, Tracy.
Right.
And, you know, we decided whether we were going to sit or stand, and
That's why I have this seat here, right? Yes.
dedicate it to something if you like.
You know, I would like to dedicate this to especially the people in Minnesota who are going through such a hard time. And there are these things that are happening all over the country where people are taking to the streets to express their opinions. And it is our right to go out and basically question what the government or anyone else is doing and to have access to do that without being harassed. So this is for everyone out there. My heart is with them, and hopefully yours is too. So here we go.
Well done. Well said. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. And I know it might have a heavy load, but I can carry some too. I will lift you up when they push you down. I will raise my voice and stand my ground.
Well, it looks like it might be a
Hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you.
and it looks like it might be a long night, but I ain't going
Nowhere,
and I know it's gonna be a hard fight.
but I will stay right here. I will shine a light in the darkest hour. I will face the man in the tallest tower. Well, it looks like it might be a long night, but I ain't going nowhere. I will work,
I will fight,
we'll strive in the name of love. I will speak,
I will shout,
we'll sing to the skies above. Well, it looks like it might be a perilous climb, but I will follow your lead. And I know it might be a long time till the last one of us is free. But I will hold on tight, stay by your side. I will be with you for the whole damn ride.
well, it looks
Like it might be a perilous climb, but I will follow your lead. Well, it looks like it might be a hard road, and I'm gonna walk it with you. And you know you might have a heavy load, but I can carry some too. I will lift you up when they push you down. I will raise my voice and stand my ground. Well, it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. That's right. I'm gonna walk it with you. I'm gonna walk it with you. I will walk
I will climb, shine my light.
the whole night through, because it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. I'm gonna walk it with you. I'm gonna walk it with you.
Thank you, Rini. Thank you, Tracy. Truth is, we're all walking each other home, yeah? That's, Ram Dass said that. And if we pay attention, we can find more people to join with and walk home with as well. All right, this is our first week of our Living the Four Agreements series. Is there anybody in the room that is unfamiliar with the Four Agreements? Get out of town. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks for raising your hand there. Um, the Four Agreements is a book written by Don Miguel Ruiz, who is a Toltec wisdom master. And we're going to hear all about them in the next, this month of February. And we're going to start with the first one. I'll tell you about that in a little while. But I want to ask you some questions. Do you remember when you were very young and growing up in your family, learning how the world works, learning how to speak, learning how the world works through words? And later, as you made your way through school and perhaps going to a religious service every week? Anybody remember any of that? Yeah. We learned what our language and what, if we had one, what our religion was, what the rules of the house were, and what happened if they weren't followed. And we learned, probably most of us, about the rewards and punishments as we moved through our families, our churches, our synagogues, our mosques, and our life. And these rules, these concepts, these rewards and punishments became a part of us. We absorbed them. We weren't born with these ideas. Don Miguel calls all of these things the agreements, these things that we have agreed to. We've made agreements about our appearance, our health, what we eat, masculinity, femininity, sexual orientation, the color of our skin. We made agreements about love and intimacy, marriage and family, friendship and social interactions. We made agreements about our own skills and our own talents, about money and about finance, about success, about failure. We learned survival strategies as well. Ruiz calls this being domesticated by our society, by these hundreds of agreements. If we wanted acceptance, we had to follow the rules of rewards and punishments. And who doesn't want acceptance? Who doesn't want to belong? Who doesn't want belonging and love? It's a natural yearning of the human condition. So if we follow the rules, we'll be loved and accepted. If our bodies fit the societal view of what is beautiful, we'll be loved and accepted. If we fit into the framework of the educational system, we'll be loved and accepted. If we stood out with talent, athletically or academically or musically or artistically, we'd be loved. And we'd probably have some fans. We were given opinions by all of the people in our lives gave us their opinions when we were young and malleable. And we have made many agreements with those opinions. So Don Miguel Ruiz tells us that whenever we hear an opinion and believe it, we make an agreement, and it becomes part of our belief system. And at some point, many of us were told something through words that we were not enough. And we agreed with it because we trusted those who were saying it. How does that land in you? Yeah. And so then our ego goes to work, and we end up judging ourselves ruthlessly and comparing ourselves to others. I once heard a woman say less than 2 decades ago, but back in Albuquerque, she came and she did a workshop. I cannot remember her name. And she was wonderful, and she said, we all suffer from the disease of comparison. So out of all these agreements that we are going to talk about this month, the most important ones are the ones we have with ourselves. Who we are, what we feel, what we believe, and how we meet life. What's true about us, about our identity. What we are called to do around, we did the five basic unity principles, and this kind of flows right into that. What we are called to do is to dig deep into our own spiritual identity and live our lives from that identity, not any identity that we have been given. at who we are at depth. Because we hold on to agreements that don't serve us. We hold on to agreements that hold us back and cause suffering. But the good news is that suffering is optional. We're all going to feel pain in this human life, in this human condition. We're all going to feel pain. Whether we suffer with it or about it is up to us. We always have a choice, which makes it really important to dive into our true selves and deepen our spiritual practice so that we can get more and more called into awakened awareness in our lives and find the courage to break these fear-based agreements. Amen? So, the first one, which we'll be talking about today, is be impeccable with your word. And then we have don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And always do your best. By aligning with these 4 key agreements, we're able to live from the inside out, right, and impacting our environment and with the peace and the happiness that comes from within. Always, always, always. This is never an outside job. It is never about getting the approval of anyone else, even though we may like it. It's never about that. It's about going within. Regardless of external circumstances, we have what it takes to live life with peace and happiness and dipping into our own power to be a light in the world. So, be impeccable with your word. So the word impeccable originates from the Latin impeccare, meaning without sin. Being impeccable. And and we know this in unity. Well, if you don't know it now, you'll know it as soon as I say it. In unity, sin is missing the mark. It's error thinking. It's acting outside the integrity of our divine nature, of our Christ consciousness. And sin, according to Ruiz, is anything that you do which goes against yourself. Think about that for a second. Anything that we do that goes against ourselves. He says, when we are impeccable, we take responsibility for our actions, but we do not judge or blame ourselves. Let's breathe into that. I can't count the times in my life when I've called myself stupid, when I've made a mistake. Less and less. So, for our purposes today, being impeccable with our word includes speaking with integrity, saying only what you mean, and avoiding speaking against yourself or gossiping. And it begins, of course, with ourselves. We all, if anybody in the room doesn't have any negative self-talk at all, come talk to me because I want to know your secret. Because I think in the human condition we all have negative self-talk. In fact, probably a lot of us speak more negatively about ourselves than we do about others. And being impeccable with our word is more than being honest. It's more than telling the truth. Because words are tools of creation. We're called to use our speech to lift us up, to lift ourselves up, and to lift those around us up, to build community rather than tear it down. And then when we make mistakes, and we will, to take responsibility. That's part of awakened awareness, to take responsibility, knowing that to take responsibility for something that we've made a mistake over is not going to kill us. It's hard, right? And it's not going to hurt us. It's going to open us up. It's going to invigorate our awakened awareness. Then we learn and we grow. When we have compassion for ourselves, we're paving the way to that awakened awareness, to that Christ consciousness. So our words aren't just a sound or a written symbol. They have energy and force. You've felt it, I know you have, and you have also felt it when you've used your word against someone else. You can see in an argument or a fight, and when we say something mean, that you could see what happens in the other person. But here's the thing, it not only happens in another person, it happens in each one of us too. Because what we give out is what we get back. And so we are called to use our words with loving kindness and compassion. Think about these two words: interview and interrogation. Which would you like to hear said to you if somebody wants to meet with you? Yeah, because each one is a different experience in your mind as to what you might experience in the meeting. So we need to choose our words wisely, and we need to choose our self-talk wisely. So let's talk about gossip for a minute. We learned to gossip by agreement. As children, we heard the adults around us gossiping. I remember sitting around, I don't remember particular gossip, but I remember sitting around the table with my mother and her friend and when playing Scrabble on her lap and doing all that, and I know there was things going on about the neighbors and about the neighbors' kids and who was doing what and all that. So we come by it not out of choice, and not to say that our parents were terrible people or our caretakers were terrible people. They learned what they learned, right? And it keeps coming down. So we inherited it. Elanya Van Zandt wrote, "Gossip is when you have a malice of intent or mindless third-party conversation to someone, about someone, something you haven't said to that other someone." We know what that is, right? Here's a story. A man repeated a bit of gossip about a neighbor, and within a few days, the whole community knew the story, and the person it concerned was deeply hurt. Later, the man responsible for spreading the rumor learned that it was completely untrue, and he was very sorry and went to a wise old sage to find out what he could do. And the sage said, "Go to the marketplace, buy a chicken, have it killed, and then on your way home, pluck the feathers and drop them one by one along the road. And then tomorrow, come back and see me again." The man was a little surprised, but he went and did as he was told. And the next day, the sage said, "Now go and collect all those feathers you dropped yesterday and bring them back to me." Man followed the same road, but the wind had blown all the feathers away. And after searching for hours, he returned with 3 feathers in his hand. "It's easy to drop the feathers," the sage said, "but it's impossible to get them back, and so it is with gossip. It doesn't take much to spread a rumor, but once you do, you can't completely undo it." We're always building our world and our relationships with words. So think for a moment, what are you building? When we are impeccable with our word, we're building ourselves up, we're supporting others, we're sharing love, we're radiating positive thoughts and feelings, and we're using our word in the direction of love and spiritual truth. And when we do all of that, we're actually loving ourselves. It doesn't cost us anything to be kind. And yet, for years, we have received gossip from the words of others, but also from ourselves. This is what Ruiz says. We talk to ourselves constantly, and mostly saying things like, "Oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm getting old, I'm stupid, I'll never be good enough," and similar negative statements. I invite you to think about if any of those feel familiar to you. if we understand the first agreement to be impeccable with our word, we begin to see that all the changes that can happen in our lives, the way we deal with ourselves, which is most important because all healing starts within, and later in the way we deal with other people, especially those we're in relationship with, especially those we love the most. Consider this. Consider that your opinion is only your point of view, created from your beliefs, your ego, and what you have agreed to. That's what an opinion is. Spreading it to others is ego, wanting to get it right, wanting to be right. So being impeccable means doing some mental housekeeping, finding out, catching the negativity in our minds so we can view the world through a filter of loving kindness. Hello. And Ruiz says this, impeccability of the word gives you a kind of inner immunity. You don't take in every negative idea that comes your way. A thought can only take root in your mind if your mind is fertile ground for it. When you're impeccable with your word, your inner landscape changes. Your mind becomes fertile ground for truth, for compassion, for love. Just this one agreement can change your whole life, he says. So here's the invitation for today. Notice your words. Notice your words today and this week, especially the ones you speak to yourself. Notice what you're creating moment by moment with your inner dialogue and your outer words. You know, our law of mind action, I don't know what principle that is. It's one of the 5. You'd think I would know, but I don't. It's about speaking into existence what we want to create. It's about changing our thoughts so that we can believe this could happen, this can be true. And then we go about creating it with our words and our actions. We are creative beings made in the image and likeness of holiness, of the divine. So, when you think about your words this week, choose words that are rooted in love. And as you do that, you're aligning with who you truly are. When you speak to yourself with integrity and you refuse to tear yourself down, it helps stop spreading what diminishes others as well. And then we're practicing our spiritual authority. We're reclaiming our power. Because the Christ within, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha nature is what we're all about. It speaks life if we allow it. It speaks life in, through, and as us if we allow it. And every time we're impeccable with our word, we allow the flow. We allow divine life to flow in, through, and as us. So this week, may your words bless you first, and may they ripple outward toward healing, connection, and peace. And I claim this truth for each and every one of us. Namaste. It is now time for our celebration of abundance, our love offering. And I think on Facebook, the links are above. On YouTube, if you go to unity.org, you can see donate on the top of the page. Thank you for your continued tithes, your love offerings, your gifts, your acts of service. They bless Unity of Stewart, which in turn goes out and blesses the world. Our prosperity prayer, and then our love offering blessing. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God, All the needs of Unity of Stewart and those we serve are instantly, constantly, and bountifully met. From every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected, our abundant good comes to us now. We are grateful. Amen. And our love offering blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give and receive always in love. Let's sing about it.
When we all do our part and come from a giving heart, we rise and build community. Together we are strong. We know that we belong and our sacred unity. Yes, our abundance flows as we live in gratitude with a hopeful heart and loving attitude. We practice faith over fear, and we always include everyone who joins us here. Our prosperity is so very clear. When our love is alive, our prosperity thrives. Reaching out to each other, we rise and we stand and lend a helping hand to all our sisters and brothers. Yes, our abundance flows as we live in gratitude with a hopeful heart and loving attitude. We practice faith over fear, and we always include everyone who joins us here. Our prosperity is so very clear. Yes, our prosperity is so very clear.
All right, new song written by Rini. Okay, announcements. We have our snowbird group that is ongoing, and then there's a lot of people that signed up, and the people who are in the snowbird group are invited for is it a meeting, Dick, on February 22nd? Bring food, bring goods. Yeah, wonderful. So snowbirds, you can see Dick or Marianne if you have any questions. Our annual meeting is the 22nd as well. That is after Sunday service. And if you are a member, please grab a renewal application. They're on the information table. And renew your membership while you're here. Just give it to May in the office. And everybody who's a member needs to renew their membership every year. Contribution letters. So contribution letters went out the beginning of last week or the end of the week before that. If you haven't gotten your contribution letter, there is a sign-up sheet on the information table that you can say if you want it printed for you. If you got it and you can't print it and you'd like a printed copy, you can ask, you can sign that, and there's 2 columns on that paper. One is if you want a printed copy, and one is if you want the email resent because you don't remember seeing it. So, and if you have any other questions, you can see Roberta. Okay, so going from contribution letters back to the gala. The gala is March 21st. That is from 6:30 to 10 o'clock. And if you're buying your ticket in February, we prefer cash or a check so that we don't have to pay the fee through the credit cards. But we'll take your credit card anyway, but we prefer cash or check. And then March is a free-for-all. So pay however you like in March. Is that it? That's good. Okay. Oh, yeah. So it's also, for those of you who bought your ticket through that that place we used last year, Zephy, you may have gotten an email talking about your contributions, your uh, charitable contributions. You can ignore that. We know that you did that through Zephy, and because I got one of those emails, and I know a couple other people did. You can just ignore that email. Your contribution is in your contribution letter. And we won't be using that this year, because that was not a good experience for any of us. All right? Anybody else got anything?
Good.
All right. Let's see what else I have. Oh, I've been asked by the Young Democrats of Martin County and Port St. Lucie to collaborate and help conduct a prayer vigil this evening at 5 o'clock to memorialize those that have been affected by the ice raids in our whole country, particularly Minnesota, Renee Good and Alex Preddy. So I'll be on the beach about 5 o'clock, and bring a candle if you have it, and if you'd like one, we have candles here from Christmas, and I was about to go there. Sea Turtle Beach, which is right at the causeway. I never heard that was called Sea Turtle Beach. So if you go to the causeway by the circle, the beach that's right there, there's a little boardwalk there. So, Turtle Beach. Say again? It's still a full moon comes up over the horizon at 6 p.m. Jensen Beach. Jensen Beach. I think the address is 4191 Ocean Avenue. If you put that in. Okay, thank you, Roberta. Roberta's going to make a copy of the flyer, and put it out there. But we'll be there at 5. It's supposed to be from 5 to 6. And also people are invited to share a little bit, in a condensed sort of way, if you have a reading or a poem or something like that you'd like to share. 5 o'clock. I wonder if we have any kiddos. John? We do? Okay. When's the next coffee house?
The first Friday of March. I believe that's the 6th, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
So, what have you been practicing yet?
No.
Get cracking, will you?
We're picking songs
Okay.
Tuesday.
Oh, picking songs Tuesday. All right. I'll allow it. March 6th, you said, is a Friday. So March 6th is the next coffee house. So come and join in March 6th
It's going
for
to
some.
be really good.
As always.
We didn't
As-
even pick the songs yet. I already feel it.
Seriously. Please stand as we welcome our kiddos in.
1, 2, 3.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light of God.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you today.
Look at all those kiddos.
Oh, please be seated.
Today, we talked about Principle 3. We focused on Principle 3 with our lesson, which is I get to choose my experience and who I am and who I am not. And so, Nova wants to share about the first part of our lesson.
We're like forced. So we wrote our denials on a piece of paper, and then we put it in a magical bowl of water, and then they dissolved, basically.
Denials. That was the word.
So let everybody know what a denial is.
A denial is what we are not.
Yeah.
We get to choose what we are not.
My name is Dahlia, and we also got this sheet of paper, and we wrote what we are.
All
and
right.
then we
Thank you, Donna.
And we would like to do a demonstration.
Okay.
A brief demonstration. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Dahlia, you come over here so that everyone can see.
Oh.
Wow.
Very wild. Very wild. So we created affirmations on the target page, and we taped them up, and then we created little blow dart guns to hit our targets.
And so I'm not sure I understand that. What's the blow dart have to do with it?
It's just a engaging way for us to visualize our affirmation. We write it
Okay.
on the bullseye, what we are. We do our denials, and it dissolves in water, so that's what we are not.
All right.
And then we state what we are.
All right. And we say it with emphasis and a blow dart.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you. All right. It is the first Sunday in February. If anybody's birthday today, Daisy, any in this month, you have a birthday in February? Stand up. Today, and it's Daisy's birthday today. Is it your birthday this month? No. Is anybody else going to keep Daisy company? February birthday? Okay. Mary, February birthday. All right, Scott. Let's sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday
Now let's stand as we bless our kiddos in song.
We love you. We bless you. We truly, truly appreciate. We hold the pride in
And so it is. And let's close with the prayer for protection and the peace song. This doesn't work. I don't know why I'm looking back there. Okay, together. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. Let's sing.